Hello, welcome to another modern match with Seismic Loam. I won the die roll, so I will choose to play. My hand is Dark Confidant, double life from the Loam, Seismic Assault, Inquisition, and 2 lands. With Inquisition and Dark Confidant, I feel pretty comfortable keeping this hand. Then I can also then cast Life from the Loam and dredge it back, hoping to hit some lands and or Flame Jabs or reach Raven's Crimes to help get the Seismic Assault combo going. So we're in Inquisition here. Let's see what we get. We are playing against mono white here, Soul Sisters. His hand is Ranger of Eos, Soul Warden, Ranger of Eos, Squadron Hawk, and three lands. I think Squadron Hawk is probably the biggest problem here because of the card advantage it can provide. I can deal with the Soul Warden, but lots of Squadron Hawks can be very annoying. So I'm going to take that and say go. So let's see what he plays. His turn 1 is going to be land Soul Warden. Yep. Okay, untap, my turn. I draw Forced. Since he's mono white, he probably doesn't have really a way to deal with Dark Confidant, so I will throw Dark Confidant out there and hope he doesn't have removal. Notice how I have played 2 lands. I'm already down to 16. There's Sarah Ascendant. Okay, he protects his Soul Warden. We draw Flame Jab, which is a nice little rip. We will choose to cast Flame Jab, killing his 1/1. Sarah Ascendant. Now we have choices. We can either Raven's Crime his hand, but then we don't do much, or Life from the Loam and hope to dredge back. I'm going to Life from the Loam for nothing, with the intention of dredging it back and hopefully hitting some lands with either it or Dark Confidant. So, with Raven's Climb and Flame Jab, his deck, here comes Soul Warden finally. Okay, says go. Dark Confidant flips a Faithless Looting, and we are going to dredge back Life from the Loam. We hit 1 land. Not the best dredge ever, but still pretty good. Okay, now we have choices here. We can either try to Raven's Crime his hand, but we won't really get that far doing that, or we could Faithless Looting looking for some more action, and I think that's what we need to do here. Faithless Looting. Hopefully we draw some lands so we can Life from the Loam them back. We do not. We'll definitely discard 1 Life from the Loam. And I think we will discard... Maelstrom Pulse isn't that good against him. Right now we're just trying to set up Life from the Loam Seismic Assault on that deck. I'm pretty sure Soul Sisters has no way game 1 to deal with that. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure about that. I'm going to go ahead and discard my other Life from the Loam. Then I'm going to go ahead and Raven's Crime him to kind of disrupt him. Just, make him discard probably a spell or a land. I guess he has 2 land then, so he's going to play Ranger of Eos next turn. We'll swing him with Dark Confidant and say go. Here comes... He Ghost Chorus his Flagstones in order to get 2 planes. Nice little combo. Thin out your deck from planes. Next turn we'll dredge back Life from the Loam. Yep. So he discarded the planes and now can't cast his Ranger of Eos because of it. So got a little greedy. We're going to flip Verdant Catacombs, which is pretty clutch. We're going to dredge back Life from the Loam. No other lands were put into our graveyard, which is okay. We'll play Verdant Catacombs, sacrifice it to get a Blood Crypt. Yes. Pay 2 life to go to 9. So we are very low against an aggro deck, but I'm not too worried. That deck doesn't have a lot of reach. Am I going to Flame Jab or am I going to... So let's think. So we could either Flame Jab his 2 creatures, do a mix of Flame Jab and Raven's Crime, or Raven's Crime him twice. I think it's worth it here to kill his Sarah Ascendant and then Raven's Crime him, just because I want to kind of disrupt him while still murdering his board. Yeah, I think we'll do that. So let's cast Life from the Loam, getting 2 lands. Okay. Then we will flame jab his Sarah Ascendant, discarding Verdant Catacombs. Then Ravens Crime him, discarding Misty Rainforest. Then swing in for 2. He discards one of his 2 Ranger Vios and says go. So let's see what he draws here. He draws not a land, he draws Squadron Hawk, which will be very annoying. Luckily we do have Maelstrom Pulse, but we need to start worrying about our own life total actually because of Dark Confidant. He swings in for 1, bringing us down to 8, and says go. Our draw step will yield Lava Claw Reaches, and dredging will bring Blackleaf Cliffs, Verdant Catacombs, Misty Rainforest, Raging Ravine. Okay, so we're still 1 turn away from setting up the Seismic Assault. In the meantime, we can still Life from the Loam. Ooh, we do have Bloodghast, nice. Yeah, so we hit a Bloodghast. He gains 1 life, so that was bad. We should have Life from the Loam and killed his thing first. So we're just going to go ahead and Life from the Loam, back 3 lands, and Flame Jab both his creatures. Flame Jab, discarding Misty Rainforest, then Flame Jab, discarding paying red, discarding Verdant Catacombs, yes. So now next turn we can set up a Seismic Assault that will probably take the game away. Unless he has enchantment removal that I'm not aware of. Here comes another Squadron Hawk. And the writing is slowly but surely coming on the wall for... The Path to Exile is my Bloodghast, giving me a swamp in the play. So he was afraid of Bloodghast. And we will reveal with Dark Confidant Seismic Assault. Dredging back Life from the Loam. Playing Raging Ravine. We're going to go ahead and play Seismic Assault. Seismic Assault. Life from the Loam, targeting 3 lands. At this point, it doesn't really matter. We are just going to go ahead and kill him. We're going to go ahead and swing with Dark Confidant. Now we're way ahead. That deck really has no way out of the Seismic Assault lock. Even Ranger Vios is more just buying time. He can get Martyr, which is more annoying than good, really. He will go ahead and get 2 Martyrs with it. The problem for him really is that I have Raven's Crown in the graveyard, so now I can dredge back. Okay, so I hit Marsh Flats. I'm going to go ahead and dredge back Life from the Loam. I'm going to cast Life from the Loam for 3 random lands. Play Graven Cards. That's Raven's Crime him. Raven's Crime targeting him. Discarding Verdant Catacombs. So now we're going to empty his hand slowly. And then we may have to kill our Dark Confidant soon because we are slowly dying to it. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and filter in this black from Overgrown Tomb into double black and Graven Cards. Raven's Crime, my opponent again, discarding Blackleaf Cliffs. Then Raven's Crime him again, discarding Marsh Flats. The writing's on the wall, essentially. Faithless, yep. He can't do much to that combo. So now we go ahead and sideboard. Piles by Career Manifest. He probably has a way to deal with the graveyard, either a relic or Nihil Spellbound, one of those artifacts that deals with Tormod's Crypt. So without knowing what he's bringing in, I don't feel that comfortable bringing in Ancient Grudge. I will bring in Thoughtseize and additional Maelstrom Pulses. And sometimes against this deck, you have to play the control deck. So I think Damnation is good against him. So I'll bring in 2 Damnation. Liliana, it's hard to protect in this matchup. And it doesn't do that much, so I'm going to take 2 of those out. And against any deck that really tries to put pressure on us, I don't like Bloodghast that much. I don't think it does enough in terms of being able to hold the fort until you assemble the Assault Loam combo or get ahead with creatures or something. So I think everything else in this deck is fine. I think we'll stick with it for now. We'll see what he boards in. It's possible he brings in Leyline of Sanctity. I have seen that. And that could be a problem. We would have to find the Maelstrom Pulse. Anyway, our hand is Tarmogoyf, Lava Claw Reaches, Raven's Crime, Verdant Catacombs, Maelstrom Pulse, Inquisition, Faithless Looting. This hand's fine. Definitely keepable. He go ahead, yep, turn 1 Relic. So now we have to tread carefully. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and play a little bit of a control game. I'm going to get Overgrown Tomb and Inquisition him. Kind of, you know, see what else he has. He has, yep, he's going to exile my Verdant Catacombs. And then hopefully let's see. He has Double Relic, Pithing Needle, Serra Ascendant, and Proclamation of Rebirth. So Maelstrom Plus can deal with 1 Relic. If he plays well, it won't deal with 2. I guess Pithing Needle hits Seismic Assault, which is an issue, but with Raven's Crime and Flame Jab, I think that can be mitigated. I think Relic is more of an issue. So we're going to hit the first Relic we see for now. Yeah, so let's see what he does. My guess is he go ahead. Yep, he's going to exile my Inquisition and then play Martyr. Not Martyr, Serra Ascendant. Oh, Pithing Needle. Sorry. Naming Seismic Assault, I guess. Here's Relic for those who don't know. Very good against all of the graveyard decks. Yep, Pithing Needle named Seismic Assault. So what can we do now? We can play Lava Claw Reaches. We can go ahead and Inquisition him again, grabbing that Serra Ascendant or the Proclamation. Or Squadron Hawk. Huh. Squadron Hawk is very annoying. And essentially completely cancels out Raven's Crime. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that Squadron Hawk. Now we're kind of stuck in a draw-go battle. He might play Serra Ascendant here. Plays a Plains, which is exactly what we wanted. Yep, he's going to take away my Inquisition. Now this Raven's Crime will do nothing anyway, so it's worth it to go ahead and just Raven's Crime. Well, maybe. Let's think. Because I want to Faithless Looting. Maybe I hit a 3rd land, discarding Bloodghast, and either force him to use the Relic or see a 2/1 on the field. Which I know isn't that much of a threat, but it is a threat. So let's Faithless Looting, hopefully hitting a 2nd land. We do not. We hit a Seismic Assault, which I'm going to discard, and a Bloodghast. So I'll discard Seismic Assault and Bloodghast, and go ahead and Raven's Crime him now. Take away that Proclamation. Now I have 2 Tarmogoyfs, a Maelstrom Pulse, and a Life from the Loam to his Serra Ascendant, which is obviously no pressure. Not a lot of pressure. He draws no land, so Ranger Rios is a live card. He'll make me exile a card. I'll go ahead and exile Seismic Assault. I have no Eternal Witness or anything. Let's see what I draw. I draw Raging Marine. So now let's see if I can goad him into using his Relic. I do. Yep. Okay, so that makes sense. He exiles it. Our cards are gone. Yep. Well, can't anymore. And then let's go ahead and put some pressure, or at least some. Looks like I have at least put a creature on the board in the form of Tarmogoyf. Hopefully he didn't rip Ranger. He's going to go ahead and attack for 1 because I can't do anything about it. I have the 0/1 Tarmogoyf. He says go. I now have 2 Maelstrom Pulses and a Life from the Loam. So I'm going to Life from the Loam just to put a card in my graveyard and start dredging. And I'm going to go ahead and swing for 1 with my Tarmogoyf. Because I could hold back and block, but he might draw Path. Yeah. I'm interested to see what's in his hand, considering he hasn't played anything. So I get to dredge back Life from the Loam, get the engine slowly going. Let's see. So let me put my graveyard over here. I can Life from the Loam for a Blackleaf Cliffs, which I think is fine. Play Blackleaf Cliffs, go ahead and get in there for 2. I should attack first to deal 3, but that was a mistake. Definitely a mistake. Let's see what he does. Here comes Serra Ascendant for another 1. Yep. We take it. he Martyr Sands, which is going to be an issue. So let's dredge back life from the Loam. We see a Raging Ravine and another life from the Loam. Unfortunately, I think we have to Maelstrom Pulse that Sarah Ascendant, because that Martyr Sands is going to gain my opponent a lot of life. Let's see how much life. Let's attack him with Tarmogoyf and see what he does. He's probably going to block and then sacrifice Martyr. No, he's not, so I was wrong. Okay. So let's go ahead and Maelstrom Pulse the Sarah Ascendant now to ensure that we don't get hit by a 6/6 lifelinker. Here comes Martyr for 1 damage. Martyr. This is what the Martyr deck does well. Gains a ton of life. Just kind of sits there after that. Let's dredge life from the Loam. So now we have 3 lands and a Flame Jab, which is pretty good. Let's go ahead and life from the Loam for 3 cards. So now we have hit a sufficient amount of... sorry, let me undo that. We have hit enough lands to keep life from the Loam useful. We want to keep 1 in hand and 1 in the graveyard, so even if he draws another relic, it is essentially useless. I'm going to go ahead and play the Raging Ravine. Swing and return. Again, I played life from the Loam pre-combat, which was a mistake. And then we'll go ahead and play another Tarmogoyf. Let's see, what is he up to? Is he just? I think he's just trying to gain enough cards to make Martyr gain like 30 life. Not 30, yeah. So a high number, I'll say. Here comes Student of Warfare. I did not expect that. Okay, he's going to level him up to a 3/3 for a striker. Unexpected, I will admit. Okay, so we can go ahead and still kill it. Let's dredge back life from the Loam. We do not... We see another life from the Loam. I'm going to go ahead and Flame Jab that Student of Warfare to death. So let's get... No, that's not yet. So let's Flame Jab the Student Warfare, discarding a March Flex. Then life from the Loam, 3 lands back. Then Flame Jab Student Warfare. Then Flame Jab Student Warfare. Paying a red and discarding a Garvin Crowns. Play Lava Claw Reaches as a land and swing in for 6. I have a feeling Martyr's gonna block. No, Martyr is not gonna block, so he's probably looking for that relic. Swinging in for 1. We'll take it. So here come the Hawks. We'll get 2 more Hawks, which are more annoying than anything else. Yep. Let's dredge back life from the Loam. We still have not hit a Raven's Crime. We can go ahead and dredge back. We'll cast life from the Loam. No, let's not. Undo that. Undo that. So let's pay red to Flame Jab a Squadron Hawk, discarding a Swamp. Then life from the Loam, 3 lands back. Then let's Flame Jab. Let's take out this Martyr now and just see how much life he's going to gain. And we also get a free peek as a hand. It's like a Taxian Probe. We see Squadron Hawk, and Disenchant. So he was very afraid of Seismic Assault. He boarded in a lot of stuff for it. But unfortunately for him, we do not have it. I will play Graven Khans. I'm going to go ahead and keep this land in hand in case he draws a relic. I'm going to go ahead and swing in for 8. And our opponent is in trouble. He needs a relic fast. Here comes Spectral Procession. Okay, so more annoying than good. Again, lots of little flyers. Not a problem for life in the Loam. We are going to dredge one of the life from Loams. Go ahead and Flame Jab. Flame Jab now. Flame Jab discarding a Swamp. Probably could just kill him, but let's cast life from the Loam, getting back 3 lands. Then we're going to Flame Jab these tokens one by one. Flame jab, flame jab, and finally flame jab. Discard land card. Attack, bringing him down to 3 and putting him within range of 1. Yep, and we got it. So there you see Seismic Loam dominating a deck that tries to win with creatures, but it doesn't have speed. It's more built to. Martyr is more built to beat the burn decks, and some of the other decks have trouble with, like Jund. You know, Martyr gaining like 15 life against black-red burn is just not fair. Probably the end. And then, but reusable removal with life from the Loam and flame jab is just too much. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, let me know in the comments section of our video, and I'll respond as soon as I can. Thank you.